Well, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy Big D here. Time to review Daredevil Season 1, Episode 13, titled Daredevil. Oh my gosh. It's named after him. So, Daredevil. Let's get right to it, guys. Spoiler review. Should take me less than 2 minutes to recap the episode, give you my pros and cons, final score, and, at the end. And also, right after this, check out my other 12 reviews, guys, from the whole season. I will be doing a non-spoiler review for Season 1 and a spoiler review for Season 1. So thank you guys again for joining me. Let's get right to it. How's everyone doing, by the way? Hope everyone's enjoying their devilish weekend. You know, whatever. Be good. Be good to the people. You don't know if you're going to die the next day anyway. Yurik has his funeral in the beginning. It's super sad, man, and the music to it is it's sad. And if you hear the lyrics, and it's going on the funeral, and Leland confronts Fisk, and basically Fisk confronts him first, and Leland's like, you know what? I knew I'm running on borrowed time. Yeah, we poisoned Vanessa so you could get your head back in the game, and Fisk didn't take that lightly. He ends up killing Leland, and he basically says, find Hoffman. So the guys are going to find him because Leland had him under protection, and it's super intense, man, how, they're just going to go find him. Leland, literally, he didn't fly, man. I mean, that sucks. Kingpin threw him down an elevator shaft, and I have to say, the old bastard got what he deserved, man. He never shut up. He was like, even when Wesley died last episode, he was like, please, go. I need to be alone. And then Leland's like, for 2 minutes, he's like, oh, one more thing. The accounts, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, dude, he said go. What are you doing? You're still lingering around. Thank God you're dead. Anyway, so basically, they find him, and the police bad cops find Hoffman. Daredevil ends up saving him, but it was super intense because the guy who's delivering sandwiches, they're like, here, chicken parmesan. He gets shot in the head, and everyone's getting a headshot. People are dying. There's blood splattered on Hoffman. And then Daredevil comes. Hoffman talks, and basically, Hoffman gets arrested, and he has to, tell everyone, who worked for Kingpin, who worked, and who's involved. So it just has amazing, opera music in the background, and it's like, oh, and I just love it. Because Tully's getting arrested, the reporter at, where Yurik was working got arrested, even the senator got arrested. I mean, everyone's getting arrested, and I was just clapping. I was like, holy crap, I'm so happy. It's just, the way they did it and portrayed it was well done. Even Fisk gets arrested. Before he gets arrested, he gives Vanessa a ring, and I started to break down and cry a little bit. Not like, but I just got teary, and I was like, oh, that's so cute if he's like, marry me, Vanessa. And she's like, I will wait for you, Mr. Fisk. And he's like, no, call me Mr. Gray. And then Daredevil, bum, 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 bum. Anyway, so he tells a Bible story in the back and with the transport, and the transport gets attacked. One FBI guy was bad in there, and he kills the other two FBI members in the transport. A bunch of cops are getting slaughtered and killed by Kingpin's men, and he basically gets taken, and I love it because he exits the transport and the wind is blowing on him, and it does that weird music like boom, 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 like that epic nemesis type of move. He gets out in the wind, and he's just doing a pose, and I'm like, dude, I love you, man. I love you. You gotta be back for season 2, bro, if you make it out of the first season alive, which obviously he's a big Spider-Man villain. Why wouldn't he? So he gets into another transport, and Daredevil gets his new costume. We see him in his red costume. Very sexy, what you're looking at now. And there he goes. He interrupts Kingpin's new transport, and it's Daredevil versus Kingpin. What we've been waiting for the past 13 hours. Daredevil ends up winning, like long story short. Kingpin does knock him very badly. I mean, he even almost did a Bane break your back type of thing, but throws him on the ground. Very reminiscent of the Kingpin versus Daredevil animated, Spider-Man animated show. Very well done there. Anyway, Kingpin is arrested, and Vanessa leaves in a chopper, so maybe she'll return for season 2. People call him Daredevil now in the newspapers, and Kingpin looks at the wall in his cell. Daredevil at the end hears a woman crying, like screaming, and then he does a cheesy jump in a pose, and then it fades to black. Overall, what did I think about this season finale episode, guys? And holy crap, the costume. Let's talk about it. First off, that is the first thing. I like the costume. At first, I was kind of like, no, the costume doesn't look really well. It looks kind of weird, and then everyone's going to compare it. Oh, it kind of looks like the Atom's costume. Don't ask me why. Just don't ask why. Oh, it looks like the Atom's costume. Oh, it looks like Iron Man type of costume. They're copying. And it's just like, dude, just let it be. And the costume itself, I saw it in action. It makes him look more tougher. It makes him look more buff. The other one didn't make him look buff. It made him look skinny. This one makes him look like, ugh. And I love it. I love the way it's designed. I love the way it maneuvers. Very well done. You know, again, the music, the opening to the funeral, the music was very sad, and I love it. The music, too, when the FBI was arresting everyone. And the FBI literally just ran and grabbed people. I love that. I also love the action in this one. This is probably one of the best action scenes out of the whole season. Maybe overall it had only 4 or 5 great action scenes. The other ones were just regular fighting scenes, but this is a very memorable scene, Kingpin versus Daredevil. And I just, again, love the Kingpin, the camera, the wind blowing, and the jacket he wears, the costume, and I love the ending shots. Everything is beautifully set, and the practical stunts, the cars flipping over, all of that is well shot and choreographed. I do love the opening at Urich's funeral. I did cry a little bit, and just Karen trying to tell Urich's husband that, you know, this is her fault. Very sad. I also like the ending, of course. Just even though it's cheesy, I still like the ending. It's still a very good ending. And, I mean, let's be honest. We all had a feeling in our mind at some point, I wonder how Daredevil's going to end. It's probably going to end with him in his red costume jumping off a building or something. That type of cliched ending. But still, it works. It's also intense and bloody. Very bloody. So I do like that about the show, because people were getting shot in the head, and people, I mean, someone got decapitated with a door. It's just, this is not your everyday Marvel project, and that's what I love about this show. Now, my only cons, and this is personally just little nitpicking, I'm going to be a little bit nitpicky about this, but yes, there are some scenes that are cheesy in here that kind of take me out of the moment. Not all of them, but just, again, like the ending, that's cheesy, very jumping off. And how the Daredevil name came about, I don't like it. Like, he's like, the guy's like, wait, when I write my report, what should I call you? And then it says, it just clearly goes to the newspaper and it says Daredevil. Like, what made you think of Daredevil? If I was a cop, I wouldn't think of Daredevil. I'd be thinking about Red Devil or something like that, not Daredevil. Where do you get the name Daredevil from? I mean, it's a better name, but really? Where do you get the name Daredevil? I would never have thought about that if I was a cop. Oh, Daredevil. Huh, sounds good. I'm just saying, it just jumped right to the newspaper, and they were like, I like it. Yeah, it's better than Devil of Hell's Kitchen. You know, Karen in the back and everything. Yeah, I mean, whatever. But overall, it's a solid A. It's a 9.50 out of a 10. It's a great season finale. And the action is amazing. Parkouring and freaking Kingpin versus Daredevil. The fight was beautifully choreographed, beautifully done. And I love it how Kingpin has that cheesy type of line where he's like, I'm going to kill you. And he just runs at him. He charges at him. And I love it. It gets me happy. And I'm just like, holy crap. This is it. This is what we've been waiting for. And it satisfied me. I don't know about you guys. I want to know what you guys think about that fight. Overall, it's a solid A. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope all of you enjoyed. I will see you all for my non-spoiler Season 1 review and my spoiler review for Season 1. But if you guys are not going to watch those, thank you so much for joining me for my past 13 episodes of each episode reviewing. I hope all of you enjoyed. And I'll see you guys for Jessica Jones, which will be the next Marvel Netflix show. I cannot wait for that one. I'm sad we didn't get a cameo from Jessica Jones, but they probably already filmed it before they casted her, like 4 months ago. And they've already been filming Jessica Jones for quite some time, maybe for the past month or two. So they should already be, I don't know, I'm not episode 5, 6 at the most right now in Jessica Jones probably. But I'm super excited for that, and we'll see where we go from there. I'll see you for my Avengers Age of Ultron review coming May 1st. And any more news on Daredevil Season 2 or anything like that, you're in the right place. Hit that like button if you guys enjoyed Daredevil Season 1. Subscribe. Love all of y'all. And remember, I don't even know what to say, but Kingpin was sexy as hell. I love him. May the Spock be with you always.